Good morning, Qigong. Come on, Fidel. You coming in? Ah, good morning, says Fidel. Good morning. Right, you have a little sleep whilst we do our Qigong. Right, good morning, everybody. Morning, morning, morning. Good morning, everyone. Rise and shine. 3 minutes late, that's about right for me. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Morning, everybody. Rise and shine. It's the start of a new week. Lovely, lovely. Autumn is definitely here. It's cold in the morning, it's cold in the evening, but it's hot in the day. This is why I always recommend having a scarf to hand at this time of year. You really need it. Good morning, everybody. Let's just ease ourselves into the week with a lovely 45-minute gathering of the souls of the Qigong. Good morning, good morning. Good afternoon if you're in a different time zone, if you're watching this on IGTV later on, or you're watching this on YouTube later on because you're on school runs, all sorts of things. There, right. Let's just ease ourselves in with this lovely good morning, good morning. Oh, sorry, the dog's going up. Go on then, Fidel. Sorry, keep going, guys. Right, what's that all about? Right. We will now scratch to go. Sorry, it's all kicking off this morning here. Katie Brindle. Right, let's just give ourselves a nice morning twist. Really go into this twist, okay? It's the beginning of the week. You might not have done much over the weekend for your exercise or your Qigong. So just allow that spine to just open. We're really looking to just twist everything around the middle. Oh, there's that again. Right, Fidel, can I please start my class? Right, that's it now, please. Thank you. Right, he's in now. He's in and he's settled. Right, let's just allow this whole... You've had to leave your son at uni. I know my son, my Jermaine went off to uni yesterday. He's not my son, he's my foster son, but he feels like my son. Off he went to Cardiff. There were tears. And then, to add to that, my other son, little Fergus, got sent home from school on Friday because, of course, he had a cold. But, of course, it's suspected COVID every single time a child has a sniffle. So I spent the entire weekend trying to get him tested, or they won't let him back to school. And then I got him tested, and myself, because obviously I'd have picked it up. And we're both negative, I'm delighted to say. But on the off chance that the test is 4% inaccurate, he has to stay at home anyway. Which takes me to my topic of the day. Ruby, we are 6 minutes past 8 and we're already on topic of the day. Topic of the day today is immunity. I thought, my goodness me, as I was in isolation with my son and under our own roof all weekend, on the off chance he might have got COVID when it looked highly likely he had a cold, which was indeed the case. You can't be too careful though. What are we going to do as we go into winter time and everybody gets colds, which means everybody's going to have suspected COVID, because the minute you have a symptom of a cold, you could have COVID, which means we've got to be super, super, super careful now going into these winter months, and I'm going to explain how. So first things first, when you're looking after your immune system, is you need to do Qigong. So that's what started this all up in the first place, was I knew that in the springtime. The difference is now is that the weather is against us, because we get respiratory conditions in the winter time, okay? They start in the autumn, because the autumn is the season of the lungs, and then they go into the winter time because the lungs are breathing in all that cold air all the time. It's the perfect festering ground for microbes and things to start breeding inside our bodies, because we have the temperature that they're after, and the outside temperature is less what they're after, so they have the ability to multiply and get the better of us, because meanwhile it's dark mornings, dark evenings. Often we don't change our routines sufficiently. Shake, everybody. So when you're living according to self-care, you need to live with the seasons, okay? It's very important what you're doing in the spring and summer. Just shake, everyone. Is not the same as what you should be doing in the autumn and the winter. So when you're in the autumn, which is basically where we're going now, the first thing to say, go to bed early. Ruby, number 1, go to bed early. You can get up early, but you still, in the winter time, you need to go to bed late and get up late. Sorry, in the winter, you go to bed early and get up late, ideally. Now, I know this isn't always possible, but let's just start with what the Taoist masters are telling us to do, and then we'll work out how we're going to do that afterwards. So the first thing is, in the autumn, you go to bed early and you get up early. In the winter, you go to bed late and you get up late. In the summer, you go to bed late and you get up early. Okay, so you're going with the light. So Keep shaking, guys. So in the autumn right now, the trick to autumn health is do not watch too much Netflix. Or if you're going to, start earlier. Just start everything early, okay? Get home from work, get your stuff done, get yourself upstairs into your evening routine. I'm going up at about 9:30 now. Mr. Brindle sees the last of me. He's now watching endless episodes of EastEnders as far as I can tell. But anyway, because the box sets, I'm afraid, have to go by the wayside because I need to go upstairs. Point number 2, gua sha your chest. Gua sha your chest every single night. Use a body restorer, use a jam jar lid, use a 2-pence piece, but make sure you are doing your throat and your neck and your upper shoulders every single day, okay? You need, not if you're bringing up masses of sha, that then needs of course to go down, but as a general rule, you've got to keep the airway passages strong, and you want to be working with gua sha because it strengthens the immune system and it clears inflammation, okay? That's the next thing. So early to bed, which means you can early to rise. Always wear a scarf, okay? Always keep your neck protected. Scarf, gloves, hats as you're going into the colder weather. Right now you don't need the whole lot, but you definitely need a scarf. Autumn is the season of the lungs. You need to look after your lungs. They need to be protected. Wear a scarf. So you've got your mask and then you've got your scarf. That's the next thing. Right, then you need to think about your lung health. Right, remember my massive post on elderberries, right? There's still time. You can still buy frozen elderberries, okay? You can still get them. Right, let's start tapping. You can still buy them. So make elderberry linctus. My kids are now all on it. Every single morning and evening they're having 2 teaspoons or 2 Chinese soup spoons of that elderberry linctus that I showed you, which I made. Ruby, we need to get the kind of the video diary of that up onto the history because the film that we did was a bit kind of like, it was a bit more sort of bit of everything I was doing that day, and the actual content came in on the photographs, which then went up onto stories, but then they've disappeared. So we'll get that up for you so that you know how to make that linctus, and you can make it with frozen elderberries. Really good for the immune system. It's a natural antiviral, high in vitamin C. But never mind the vitamin C, it's the antiviral properties that make it so powerful. You can still pick rose hips, sloes, and hawthorns right now. If you get yourself outside, those things are still readily available on the trees outside, and you can make those into linctuses instead. They do just as well. Not quite as antiviral, but still really good, and we're on those as well, okay? Get yourself some echinacea tincture. Take that the minute that you feel you've got anything coming on, okay, so that you can nip it in the bud. Echinacea is really good for that. Right, just drum whilst we're talking to you. Then, of course, do Qigong. I don't know what number I'm on, probably about number 5, I think. Do Qigong every day. Qigong is really good for the immune system. You're using the T cells because the T cells are synthesized up here in the thymus, but they're also made in the long bones, all of which we drum. Get your tapper. So we drum them with our tapper, stimulating the body, allowing those immune cells to move freely around the body. I know I say it every day, but it's so important. You've got to maximise. Tap your upper lungs. Tap here. Oh, there. Have your windows open. Get fresh air. Make sure that if you're in an office or you're at your desk at home, that you've got access to windows, fresh air, that you're not just orbiting around bugs. Because the minute you've got to isolate, you're in a community of say 4 people or 6 people or 2 people or whatever you are, you're both going to have to isolate. So the minute I picked my son up from school, that was me in the frame as well. So we were isolating together, which of course meant that the inevitability is I'm going to pick up his cold, which of course I have, but I'm keeping it at bay because I'm doing all the things that I've said. And the other thing is because we've all been hand sanitising so much and in isolation, whilst that's great advice, the problem is that your immune system has then had not really much to fight because we've been keeping away from everything, which means when it is in contact with a bug, even if it's just a cold, it's going to get floored quite quickly because it's gone to sleep. It's gone, oh, I haven't got anything to do. And then suddenly like, oh my God, okay, what am I doing? So it's slightly on a back foot. So you need to be prepared. The other thing that I do, which is really good, is I have one of these steamer, what are they called? Like you get the herb in the what am I trying to say? The smell. What's it called? The little bottle thing where you have the distilled herbs in it. So I've got I can't think straight. What's it called? Eucalyptus. Thank you. Eucalyptus oil, essential oil. There we go. My goodness, I'm losing my brain. Right, Eucalyptus essential oils. Get loads of it in now. Get yourself organised, okay? Have that at the ready. Get one of those steamer things where you plug it in and you put water in it and then you put some drops in like that. You put the lid on and then the steam comes out. I had that burning the entire weekend in the sick bay where we were, with the door wide open, with my son under the duvet, so he's nice and warm and at a stable temperature, with that eucalyptus oil burner, with the steam, okay, because then the whole room smelled of eucalyptus. Really good for the lungs, really good for the body to strengthen it against the bacteria. So it's a really good thing. It made him breathe much better. Vicks rub on the chest, get that in the store cupboard ready to go. Trying to think of some other things. They were the main things. A slow cooker. Now I've done a post on slow cooking. Slow cooking is the best possible way to eat in the winter time, okay, because it's really easy. You just chuck the stuff in the morning, switch it on, and then by the time you've come in the evening, you've got this lovely hot kind of soupy mixture to eat. If you are a meat eater, using say chicken thighs is good because you get the bone in there. If you're not, that's fine. You use vegetarian instead. That works. It just doesn't need to go on for so long. And make sure you've got really good quality vegetable stock going in there. But that lovely hot food. Eat hot food. Do not be eating kind of sandwiches and cold sushis out of fridges in this time of year. You want hot, soupy foods, okay? With kind of bone broth if you're a meat eater, kind of nourishment going on in there. I was feeding him that all over the weekend, sort of chicken soup, chicken stew, which he loved, and it felt just right, you know, for his kind of coldy body. So these are the kind of things that we need to be getting ourselves organised for. Oh yes, garlic, turmeric, ginger, pineapple, yes, 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 yes. Absolutely. All of those things, get that ginger going, 100%. Ginger, turmeric, those little turmeric shots, those ginger and turmeric shots you can buy. Try not to buy them because you've got a plastic bottle that you've got to deal with. But at least, you can make them so easily at home. Ginger, turmeric, lemon, all of these things, really good quality honey. These are all the things. Pietro, good morning Pietro, so lovely to see you. Oh, so lovely to see you on the feed. Right, so there we go. That is for winter in Dubai and 40 degrees. Okay, well you should be okay there then. Right, so these are the kind of things. Mira's chai, yes, absolutely. Well, Mira's chai for everything. Just be a bit careful because of the coconut sugar. So just check that you're on a slightly less sweet one. You really don't want sugar when you're trying to keep the bugs at bay, okay, on any level. You've got to keep the sugar out. It's really bad for the immune system. You don't want it there, so try and keep it at an absolute minimum as much as you possibly can. And then, of course, all of the normal rules apply in terms of all the things that we talk about, eating healthily, eating at the right times of day. Right, so now we are ready to go. Let's start going. Now, most of all, we want to do our Qigong, which is number 1 on the list. So there we go. So let's breathe in. We're going to start. This is where I think I'm starting to do plain chanting. I think it's because we're in the autumn and it sounds really lovely because the lungs are the organ of the autumn and they relate in Chinese medicine to divinity. So I think going into some kind of ecclesiastical backdrop seems to be making some kind of difference to my body. I'm not sure why, but never mind because it's good for you and I'll change it by winter time. Let's start with our lungs. Remember the 3 golden rules of healing is knowledge, intention, amplification. And with this, we're going to intend to get any negative energy out of our lungs. And by this, we're going to make the healing sound, which is a sound. Really use your diaphragm, but most of all, use your third eye and intend any negativity to come out of the organ, which is all to do with letting go of anything that's ever hurt you in your past or patterns of behavior that you're clinging on to. They don't serve you, so we need to get rid of them to allow in lots of really cool new stuff. So let's go, breathe in. Breathe in, tiger. Really widen your eyes on that tiger, really arch your back and tense your body and really spew out that negativity. We don't want it. Ah, Jasmine's here. Hope you're feeling well. Right. Kimchi, yes, lies. Right. And breathe in, go to the heart. Breathe out anxiety. Breathe in. Heart. Katie the Skin Whisperer is here. Jules, please put Katie's link up there, please. Anybody that's looking to do extra special gua sha for autumn health, for immunity and for cold prevention, book in with Katie. She's a real expert. She will give you one-to-one attention and really show you the bells and whistles. There's a lot more that we can go into, but we're always slightly limited by how much attention spans we have to work with. So please, Katie Blake is the best person. That's why I'm very proud to work with her. So Jules, please give us her link so people can book in. Breathe in. Let's go to the spleen. This is about letting go of worry. Get your intention in gear. Think about what's worrying you. And let's just breathe it out with the sound. Let it go, let it go. Breathe in. Getting to song in a minute with that tapper. Breathe in. Whoa. Breathe in. Breathe in, let's go to the liver, get rid of anger and frustration and resentment. This is the hard one for me. I'm on a non-stop workshop with my liver. Breathe in. Breathe in. Extra tiger, it's the animal of the wood. And now go to your kidneys. We're going to get rid of fear. Anything that's frightened you or is frightening you or paralyzing you to move forwards because you're frightened of it. Don't worry. There's nothing to actually be afraid of. Let's breathe it in and let it go. Breathe in. Breathe in, tiger. And back to the other side of heart, because the heart has two aspects, the heart itself and then the blood that it's responsible for, which moves all this stuff around the body non-stop. So we've got to let go of that as well. Breathe in, get your intention in gear. Anxiety, let it go, breathe in. Tiger. Now just tap your head. Jasmine, that's definitely liver. 100%, just because I've got a flashback, so I know that for a fact. Okay, that is your liver. Let me have a think with Ran. I don't know, because where you are in your pregnancy, you might be able to comb it, actually, which or even a 1p piece. Oh, that would feel good. Jules, can you double check with Ran that Jasmine's allowed to do that? I'm sure she is now. I'm absolutely sure, but I want to double check, Jasmine, before you do it. I'm sure you can. Right, now, we've just created some lovely empty space in the body. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Right, so now we've got this lovely empty Buddha, and the idea is we want to fill that with the very first thing, the strongest, most powerful thing, so you don't just flop back and start getting worried and anxious again, okay? We've got to fill it. I know, right? Oh, a 1p piece just gently. Oh, I can feel that for you. I'm like, oh, that's going to feel amazing. Right, Kelly, I'm sure gorgeous Kelly is going to be there with her lovely stopwatch. So let's get, there she is. Thank you, Kelly. You're such, oh my God, honestly, you do this class more than I do. I'm so grateful to your time. Right, ready? Let's get laughing. Drum your tummy fakes if you want to get that laughter deep into the body. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Jules, you didn't even make me laugh this morning. I had to just do it all by myself. Get that chest open. Kill the clown. Let's get that chest open. Breathe and laugh. You kind of want to, like, pendulum yourself, like your hands hanging. for your immune system. Ruby, what time are we? 8:23. This is the one more thing to add to our list for our, thank you, Kelly, for our immune systems. Laughter. Laugh every day for a minute because it strengthens the immune system for 24 hours. That is a no-brainer, okay? Especially when you've got me here. What, Jules? What have I done? What? I'm scared to take days off now because I come back and there's some new weirdo element. It's not weird. What am I doing? Oh, the plane chanting. Yeah, I don't know where that came from, but it feels really, really nice. Right, okay, now we've got the laugh. Let's go back into the healing sounds. I'll try not to plane chant and freak Jules out. What's wrong with the chanting? It's nice. Everyone likes it. I like it. It's my show. Do your own show if you don't like it. Can you imagine we'll be like rivals on Instagram? That's going to be interesting, isn't it? No, I'm only joking. Right, come on. Let's go. Right, let's get through this class before we start subdividing like a boy band in the brink of breaking up. Okay, Jules, you were supposed to make me laugh a minute ago, not now. You're about 3 minutes behind the programme. Okay, folks, we seem to be doing an awful lot of laughter this morning. Right, okay, we need to get back to the healing sounds and I've got the giggles now. So thanks, Jules, for that. Could you do that next time a little bit earlier so that we can bring that into the laughter exercise rather than completely kibosh the healing sounds? Right, okay. Question from Lex. What's the question? Can't see it. Send me in caps, Jules, because then I can see it. Right. Okay. I know we're all into all the music. It is the lungs, okay? So, right, now I'm trying to get myself back under control here. So now we need to basically go with the high vibration. So we go up to the high virtue of the very organs. Now you've spewed out a load of negative emotion that doesn't really do us any favours. Right, Jules, if Katie had an accident, but now... if Katie had an accident but now talks 24/7, why can't she go back to opera singing? This one's for you, Lexi. Back in my day. Right, okay, anyway, those days were very much numbered. Right. I'm not surprised we're on mute. Don't put me on volume. All we're doing is we haven't even done anything yet. It's 26 minutes past and I haven't even got to the healing sounds. Come on. Right. Can you ask Lexi to stop interrupting my feed, please, Jules? And if she's got time to spare, can she go and make us a TikTok and entertain us all? Which is what the youth of today seem to spend their whole lives doing. Right. Okay. Breathe in. We're going to the high virtue now where we're looking after our immune system. You want to stay up high. Okay. Stay up in the high virtues. It strengthens the organs and it strengthens the body. Okay, so breathe in and breathe in. Go to your spleen. This is about integrity and trust. Morning, Nicola. Go to the liver. While you cry out of the blue, that's the liver energy trying to release its frustration. Go to the kidneys. It's about fear and replacing with wisdom. Breathe in, back to the heart. Breathe in and out. Good morning, Sandra. Good morning, Sweden. Good morning, Nicola. And I got Adi Branda. That is the liver. The reason you cry, the liver opens into the eyes. If you've got long inherent anger, frustration, resentment, blockages, people blocking you from fulfilling your potential, the liver will feel frustrated because it can't go and fulfill its soul journey the way that it wants to, like a motor like this, and it will sort of spew out through the tears to relieve itself. That's what's going on there. Right, so let's now go into more of the movements of the class. Breathe in, stand actually feet shoulder width apart or together, it's up to you. Now really breathe, allow this lovely fresh chi around the body. Smile. Next point for the Ruby, for the immunity list, smiling, that Mona Lisa smile. Good quality oxygen around you, so you've got good breath coming in all throughout the day. Either have windows near you, house plants. There's a really good section in my book about really good quality house plants that have been scientifically proven to produce the best quality oxygen. So have those around you. Burn eucalyptus oil. I have that going now non-stop, just keeping that nice and strong. And then all the advice that was popping up here with everyone else, giving all their advice: garlic, ginger, turmeric, lemon, warm foods. And then you're going to give it your best shot. This is the problem I discovered on Friday, was despite the fact that my son had a cold, he had symptoms of corona because they're very similar, and then you can't be too careful. Then you're back into self-isolating whether you have a cold or whether you don't. And then, of course, the cold's highly infectious, so round it goes the family unit that are all having to isolate, and then you're back at home again because you can't go out. So we need to get ready for the winter. Everything we've been talking about throughout the spring and summer, we need to do more because it's the winter time and this is when you catch these colds. So we just get prepared. Really allow the body to stretch. Really enjoy this lovely morning stretches. Stretch back. Go the other way. Please, if you're feeling light, you're weak, sitting down in bed, that's okay. Just engage with the breath. Move gently and slowly. Make the movements smaller. Like this, for example, you could just orbit. You could just do it like this. You don't have to do the full swing. If you can, then do. But the smaller, the more subtle the movements, the greater the breath work and the intention. Anybody interested, work with Sandra. She's on the feed now. She's over on Hey You Fit. She does these amazing breath courses and flows. She's doing lives on Instagram as well. It's so important. Ruby, this is another one for the list. Work with the breath to strengthen the immune system. Work with the lungs. Make them strong. You do that by working with the breath. Sandra's breath course is, frankly, should be mandatory for autumn. We all need to learn how to use our breath properly. It relaxes the body, strengthens the lungs, and oxygen is the #1 healing modality to the body. Right, come, move your hips. So learning how to use the breath properly is the best possible thing that you can do for your health. Sandra's come in highly qualified from John Munro. She's a wonderful new member of the team. We've got great teachers here. We've got Sandra, Katie, Aaron, now Jess joining the gang. Go the other way. We really worked hard to bring in top people supporting us so that we can keep ourselves well. Okay, you just need to learn how, and then you can do it for yourself. Right, now, feet together, breathe in and down, breathe out, really lift the sky, pull up, pull in, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. And out. And in. And out. And in. And out. Other way, breathe in. And out. Really focus in this exercise on your breath, tightening your legs, tightening your abs. But this exercise calms the nervous system, balances the hormones, soothes the liver. They're all connected to the liver. And just doing this lovely exercise gets you nice and relaxed yet energized early in the day. Ready for the day ahead, moving this lovely chi all around the body, calming the body. Breathe in. Breathe out. There. Follow my hands. Breathe in. Let's get some nice oxygen into the body. Always do Qigong, ideally outside, or if not by an open window. I do it inside so I've got the right Wi-Fi, but I have a window wide open, literally there. Okay, so breathe in. When I practice on my own, I'm outdoors. Breathe in. And out. And in. And down. And in. And down. Feet shoulder width apart. This is our tiger move. This is about really tightening the body, okay? So if you can, up onto your toes. If not, just keep your feet on the ground, but claw in your toes and your hands like this, both of them, and really tighten every single muscle in the body. Ooh. Everything, abs, legs, arms, everything. Tight, 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 breathe, tight, and completely relax. Oh. This is the animal move, this is the tiger, this is the wood, this is about your ligaments and your tendons and allowing the aggression to be felt in the body so that you can then completely relax afterwards like a cat, okay? When you see them flop afterwards, right, breathe in. Down on the toes. Whoops, sorry, I'm wobbling because I'm talking at the same time. Hang on, there we go. Right, tight, tight, tight. If you've got the strength, bend, tight. Toes clawing down into the ground, tight belly, legs, arms, and completely relax. That's one of the very basic tiger moves we do with Aaron at 11 o'clock. or we learn in his class at 9:30 or 6:30. Those are the classes today. His live feed starts this morning. I thought it was last week. I was wrong. It was me doing it with him last week. So this is now 11 o'clock every day is the Aaron Animal Flow. It's brilliant. You will see me there. Right, now, in the meantime, let's go back to our swimming dragons. So that's the class I do. This is my warm-up that I do with you guys, that we do every day, getting our bodies moving. And then I do the more workout class with Aaron at 11 to keep that chi moving. And then I see Sandra later in the afternoon to get that breath moving, to go into the relaxation. That's the formula. There, now just allow the body. So Aaron is very much on the kind of the yang end of Qigong, the very dynamic end, okay, which is more the sort of the exercisey end, where you're looking to get the sort of external results in terms of body shape and that. You're still getting the internal benefits, but it's very much a sort of exercisey feel to it, okay. Sandra is very much more on the yin end of things, which is much more on the internal exercises, and like working on the deep reservoirs of chi in the heaven and earth, working on the 12 rivers, which is at the organs, getting those strong, and then of course the all-important meditation and breath work, which is the ultimate yin. But you cannot get the results you want if your body is weak and your chi is weak, and therefore you need to do those classes. The weaker you feel, the more tired you are, the harder it is for you to sort of drag yourself around, going, oh, I've got to go to the gym, I don't want to go. That's how I used to feel because I was so weak. I didn't have the energy to do it, but I dragged myself anyway because I felt I had to, but it didn't give me the results. Now, because I spent so long with Sandra, building up my reserves, getting my energy strong, so that then I can approach the dynamic animals with the right energy inside my body, okay? And only you know where you are on that spectrum. Right now, if you're ill in bed and you're weak and you wake up in the morning and you feel tired, you get exhaustion in the afternoon and you're dragging yourself off to exercise, you need to do the 12 rivers, heaven and earth, okay? And the breath work. You need to get that life force up. You've drained it, you've burnt it out, it's tired, and it needs strengthening, and those are the exercises. You will still get the benefits on the exterior of the body, but as soon as you're ready and you've done those courses and you've practiced a bit, you're ready to go to the animals. And then you can include the whole thing. You can do Aaron's animal class, and then you can just add in self-practice, like add in this, add in the 12 rivers at the end of this class. I do my 12 rivers straight after this. I do my heaven and earth before bed, and then I do Aaron's animals at 11. And it gives me all the energy I need for the day. It enables me to enjoy my food, enjoy my life, to sleep well, to be ready for the next day, to cope with everything I have going on. Rather than feeling that everything's draining me, I feel like I'm on top of everything. But if I don't do my Qigong, everything starts to kind of fall apart. Life force practice. Let's just do one more. Really pull in the tummy. Imagine a ball between your arms and your tummy so that you're really twisting there, allowing that lovely energy to flow. This lovely S shape, this is like the helix, this is like a main structure of every single cell of your body. So it's this shape times 3 trillion. So if you get one shape going on the exterior like this, you're kind of aligning the whole body, which is why you feel so good when you've done these exercises. Right, one more to go. By the way, did anybody see, before we just do the last exercise, new product alert. This is on QVC, by the way. Got these gorgeous pouches, and we have these, and a new lovely clear quartz. I launched them last night on QVC. So the clear quartz is our new crystal, which we will be launching very soon. But we did it as a special for QVC first. And then in this little pouch, you get your beauty oil, very nice, but also on the go gua sha, hello, hello. Now this is very limited edition, but da-na, oh yes, oh yes. So it's a half gua sha, half comb, that was invented by me, which I thought was quite a good idea, because then I thought, well, when you're packing and you need to get mum, not that we're going away anytime soon, but you know, we are moving around at weekends and seeing each other. So this is a very nice, with a very understated branded pouch I was rather proud of. Thank you, Simon, for giving us lovely branded goods that don't sort of smack of Hey You, so they just look very congruent. So, oh, you bought them both, Hey Davis. These are really good price as well, by the way. I was very, very pleased with that, doing that show last night. It was a bit of a, let's carry on with our next exercise. There was touch and go as to whether I was going to be able to do it, of course, because my son had a cold and therefore had suspected COVID, despite the fact I'd managed to get a test for both of us, which was negative, obviously. Hello, Fergus. I was just talking about you. Do you want to come sit down?
Yes.
Okay, come sit down. Nearly done. But despite that, I still couldn't go because, of course, there's an off chance that the test is wrong. And anyway, I don't want to infect everyone with a potential cold even, because then no one can do their jobs. So it was touch and go whether I'd be able to do the show at all, but luckily QVC were very nice and let me do it from my bathroom so I could deliver the show from glorious self-isolation, which is what we did. So those are the products. The clear quartz, I hear you ask. So what's that all about? Well, that is very much an evening tool. So we have the rose quartz as that kind of lovely morning tool that's really good for the morning and then the summer. Well, the clear quartz is really good for the winter, but also really good for the evening. It's very much a calming crystal. It's actually called the Master Healer in Chinese medicine. I couldn't say that on QVC, you're not allowed to, which is fine. I just talked about it being calming, which is fine, that does the trick. But it's called the Master Healer in Chinese medicine because it's such a great crystal. So I use that in conjunction. So what I'm doing is I use my gua sha in the shower, my jade, and then in the morning, rose quartz, when I put my oil on, and then in the evening I'm using my clear quartz before bed, because it really gets the stress out of the skin in a really good way. And then, as I said on the programme last night, these crystals, you know, you can use them with each other. They're like makeup brushes, okay? You can play with them to get different effects. So you can easily use rose quartz and clear quartz together. So in the morning, because clear quartz really is about getting the stress out of your skin. Okay, so it's a really good one for that. So you can totally use it on its own or in conjunction with the other two. And it's a very nice tool to have in the wintertime. It's kind of really lovely and Christmassy as well. It's a nice gift. Anyway, that went live on QVC yesterday. Will be up on our website soon. We allow QVC to take it first. There, stretch around. There we go. And then the on-the-go pouch, which I'm really excited by. If you don't have a crystal, you can use a Chinese soup spoon, a porcelain spoon. You won't get the benefits of the crystal, but you will get the benefits of the rounded edge going over the skin. You right, Focus?
Yeah, where are you going? Because apparently Daddy said I need to get up and start doing stuff today.
Okay, can I just sort this out first, darling, please? There, just breathe. There. There. There, round. Okay, there we go. And then just finish. Take your tapper. Just tap. When I use, this area of the body, you can actually use metal or crystal, okay, because this is the décolletage is very much considered part of the face when you're looking at beauty. So you can actually use both in that instance, and I do use both. I use the clear quartz actually only on my chest this morning, but then I will equally use the body restorer. So you can really do both. The body restorer is going to give you a much more dynamic gua sha treatment, because it's made of metal, it's slimmer, it's very strong. The crystals are softer because they're stones, so they're going to give you a more gentle gua sha treatment, which is why we use them more for beauty and on the face, okay? So just make sure at the end of the class you do a nice tap all over the body. Just get that lovely fresh chi deep into the bones, deep across the back of the lungs here. You know, the lungs are three-dimensional. You want to be getting them all over, especially this time of year. It's the lung season. Round the abdomen. Just give yourself a couple of minutes at the end just to allow everything to flow smoothly around the body. Remember, immune cells work much better when they flow smoothly around the body. We want to have strong immune systems now going into this time of year, and we want to have our plan ready for as and when we do catch a cold, because it's inevitable at this time of year and we need to be ready. I was not ready on Friday. Luckily, I kind of had everything anyway, so I scrambled together and sorted it out. But Ruby will put the list up. Thank you so much. There's still time to make elderberry linctus. So good for you. If not, get those rose hips. They're still there they're still outside. Rose hips and hawthorns. So good for us, especially if you're in this. Sorry, I'm talking to the UK audience. But if you're anywhere in the world, go out into the foraging. Go and get those last berries. They're still on the trees, whatever they are. They will be supporting you. Thank you so much for joining, as always. Thank you, Jules, as always, for supporting me. Thank you so much for joining. Jasmine, of course, will be doing her lovely sound baths at lunchtime. So beautiful. I can't get to them on the time now, but I listen to them later. Because I have to do the Qigong at 11 o'clock, and it slightly squishes it all up. But Sandra also will be doing breathing techniques, meditation techniques, live feeds. So is Katie the Skin Whisperer. Aaron's dynamic yoga starts today. New products on QVC. I tell you, it's all kicking off. No wonder we're busy, Jules. Thank you all so much. I will see you all tomorrow morning. Have a wonderful day.